Alright, youngin to youngin. Let's talk about life. Um, I want to start off with. I want to start off with the false reality that's around us that we usually don't pick it up or aren't aware of it. I hope you guys understand that. Um, being on your phone all the time, being on the internet, being on TikTok, being on Instagram, YouTube, whatever you use for entertainment. I hope you guys understand that what we see, what we like, what we pick up with our brain, that sometimes it influences us. Sometimes we take inspiration of what we see. And that's something that I want you guys to become aware of. Or I know you guys already became aware of, some of you guys, but the thing is, not a lot of us understand that doing that changes our course in life, changes what we truly want to be in life. And sometimes it's not for good, sometimes it's for bad. Um, Me myself, I thought I messed up because I picked up some hobbies and some addictions with it, and that's the thing. If you decide yourself that it's over, it's messed up, and obviously your whole body, your brain, it's gonna think it's done. There's nothing to do. But like I like to say, each day is a new day for something new. Each day is each day is a new day to embrace change. You know, and just as real as I can be, don't be afraid of it. Like that ass. Like just get out of being so comfortable, so goddamn lazy. Get out of it. Go do something. Go do something your brain wants to do, but you backtrack it with all the negative possibilities that could happen with it. Because that's how our brain works. We think of an idea, but then we think of all the negative stuff of why not to do it. And that's not the way of how it's supposed to go. If you have an idea, go for it. Just go for it. What if what if that shit changes your life, you know? Like you'll never know unless you try it. And that's the thing that we don't do. We don't try. We are so comfortable in this generation, you know? We are so filled with all the negative aspects in life because of our phones, you know? And let me tell you something, man. If you go right now in your settings and you check your screen time, and if it's 6 hours, 11 hours, you gotta cut it down, and that's up to you. You know. Hope you understand those 6 hours, 8 hours, 11 hours that you're using a day on just looking at your phone. You aren't doing anything with your life, but just being stuck here, mindlessly scrolling. It's like I don't know how to explain it. We live like slaves. It feels just dystopian as fuck, you know? Like, you do realize out of those 8 and 11 hours, 6 hours that you use scrolling on your phone, you could have perfected something, you could master something instead of just being so stuck in our phone doing nothing positive with it. You could do something. I mean, think about it, and think about it like this. So, you know, back then, you know, ancient times, weren't the building statues and everything fucking perfect to the eye? Like that shit fucking great detail, the architecture up there in like Rome and Greece. Wasn't that shit like hardcore fucking straight ass lines, fucking fire ass edges cut? And you know why? Because they weren't distracted the way we are. They had that time and effort that they put into this shit because they didn't have a fucking screen to look at every day the way we do. Or just a bunch of nonsense bullshit that we normalized in our life, you know? And that's the thing, the way I see it is that since all of us in the US, or like if I'm talking to people in the US, we're literally a first world country But in the way that our mindset is, we all live in the we we might have money in a certain way, but we are not rich in life. We are not rich in living. If you go to a third world country where they don't have the same privileges that we do, you'll see that they enjoy life by doing outdoor things, by doing things with their family, by doing things with their loved ones. That's how they enjoy joy. That's how they reach joy. And that's something that I rarely see these days happening. We're so stuck up in our devices, so stuck up in such a bullshit dilemma. And it's just slowing us down. It's just brain rot. Because let me tell you right now, if you can tell me the last 6 things you saw on your phone on TikTok, Instagram, tell me. But more than likely, you're not going to be able to. You're just mindlessly scrolling. Why? To waste time? If you could have been doing something, you could have been making money for the money moves, man. You could have been making art for all my artistic people. You could have been making music. You could have been becoming a fucking, I don't know, some fucking prodigy outside with sports. Become pro gamer. I don't care. Become a doctor, fucking teacher. It's the thing is, we don't see it as an addictive. Like, that shit is addicting. And I think our generation picked it up in a way that, man, maybe the generation before, like the generation after us, they're probably gonna have it worse. They're probably gonna have it worse because who are they gonna have to look up to us? And we are the ones that, if you think about it, we are the ones who first experienced shit like this. I was born in 2005. A lot of you guys were born in the early 2000s, late 2000s. And we are literally the first of the people to like experience social media and become addicted to a new thing that we don't really know about. Maybe this shit could be the same as addictive as drugs, because the way I see it, so many of us puts too many hours into that phone, like I said. Don't you think that's like a form of drug? That's a form of like a high. Like literally, it's a form of high that we just normalized in a way. And that's the thing. We can't let it win our lives over. Gotta move. But the only person that could change or change what you're doing is yourself. None of us. I'm just here to talk what I've been thinking about. But the only one that could really truly do something about it is you. No one can make you do whatever you want. It's up to you if you want to do something. And that's just the way life is. You could have the whole privileges of your life. You could have everything, the advantages, everything perfectly set to yourself. But it's up to you if you want to follow that. And that's something I see a lot. I see so many people in privileged positions in their life. I see people with advantages that they don't see that they have, that they are too blinded for. And I don't understand that because I don't live that life. But it's something we just all have to become aware of. We can't sleep on false hopes and reality. We have to become our better version of what we want. Like, we just need to become a better version. If you have a father figure, become a better version of himself. Because I know a lot of you guys be stressed out, be like, oh, how am I gonna be better than my parents? How am I gonna do this, that? There's no limits into this world, man. If you want to become the best of the best, you'll become the best of the best. It's up to your hard work. That's just how it is, and that's how it's gonna be everywhere. It's just the decisions we have to make. Getting really, 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 really uncomfortable is what we gotta do to move on. And if you decide to take that choice, you'll see the changes. Don't you think the pain and the feeling of not wanting to do it is just a thought? But once you get to doing it, you'll realize it really isn't as hard as you think it is. And then you'll be doing it, then doing it, and doing it, and doing it. it'll just become a habit. You're just up to taking that change. Become responsible with it. Get yourself some discipline. But yeah, don't get lost. My generation, don't get lost. We got shit to prove. We got mad shit to prove. Got mad shit to prove to these old ass people, to these boomers. And we'll prove it. Just, it's not the end of it. It's not the end of the world. Maybe we just became aware of shit that goes around the world way quicker. And we don't like accepting that feeling of what we have to take as a responsibility, you know. It's okay. It's okay to be scared of life. It's okay to be scared of growing up. But it's the way you want to live it, you know. If you want to become a bum, you'll become a bum. But if you have that same hunger that I have, that same hunger that I see most of the people I hang out with, then you'll become something. It isn't a race. It's literally a journey. Walk to it. Fucking crawl to it, but don't run to it. Don't be desperate for what you want to be. Just get to grinding on it, you know, get going on it. Be patient with yourself. Don't just know what you could control is what is around you. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. Just get some shit together. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed my rant, and let's see if I make another one, but peace out, y'all.